Do you ever just feel like there is this weight over you and you can't get past it? There's something that you're dwelling on, that you're suffering with, something that's giving you frustration and you can't seem to move ahead. It's like when you go there in that space, it's almost as though it sucks you in and you just find yourself vomiting all the things that you are unhappy about. And it's just like this total negative spiral downhill. And the more that you speak about it, the more negative you are about it, the more you pick up speed and you just find yourself that you cannot stop. You can't seem to figure out, where does it end? Why do I have to be so unhappy? And the truth of the matter is that you don't actually have to be unhappy and you don't actually have to complain. We get so fixated on that if I hold it in, if I don't share what I'm really feeling, then somehow I'm stuffing it and it's going to cause me trauma to not speak up. And I know this isn't a popular opinion, but I have lived that life. I have been in that space. I have been that person who could not seem to just let something go. And I just felt like I had to tell everyone how miserable I was about what I was experiencing. But the truth is that you don't actually. I mean, there's time for you to go and have a conversation with a professional and work through some of the things that you're feeling. But really, what you need is a change of perspective. That's really how you're going to move that needle. That's really how you're going to become a different person. That's really how you're going to change the way that you are interacting with the world around you. And I can't say enough about changing the narrative. I mean, your whole system, when you're negative and you are complaining about something, though everyone around you can see it, your whole nervous system is just taking on this negativity and it's just poison for you. It's poison. And the people around you, they can feel their energy being just sucked away because of the fact that it is almost like you're pulling them down with you. And I just want to encourage you today that you don't actually have to tell the world how unhappy you are. You don't actually have to convince everyone that you're right for being this angry. Instead, I like to do something called GAR, G-A-R. It's the GAR method. And what I do is I look at a situation, and I just had to do it yesterday because I was really frustrated with something that was going on. And I was like, I'm feeling this energy. I'm irritated, and I really think I need a minute before I respond. And I went to the gym and I took that energy that I had, this really powerful, angry, frustrated energy, and I did the Stairmaster for 20 minutes, which I never do. I usually do 5 minutes. But while I was there, I was asking myself this. So GAR stands for, it's G-A-R. It stands for gratitude, accountability, and then respond. And so I start by asking myself, what am I grateful for in here? What is it that I am learning from this? What is the good that's going to come out of this? How is this going to bless my life or bless the people that I'm around's life? What is good? What can I be grateful in this moment? Because there's always something that you can be grateful for. Always, always, always something that you can look for. When my kids were growing up, I used to do this exercise at Christmas time. I highly recommend it. We had this one Christmas where my youngest son got something for Christmas, and when he opened it, he was mad about it and he threw it. And I was like, oh, hell no, we're not doing that. So I started doing this new activity with them where everyone would scatter and they would go find something in the house that they were going to give as a gift. It could be anything at all, from a pencil to a book to an envelope, anything at all. And then they would stick it in a Christmas bag. I made these homemade cloth Christmas bags at Christmas and made it really easy. And then we'd sit in the circle and then we'd hand our present to the left or to the right to the person next to us. And that person would get that bag and they would open it up and they'd have to come up with something to be grateful for. One thing, there's anything at all. You open it up and you had to say, oh, it's my favorite color, or oh, this is really cool because now I can write, something to be grateful for, because your grandparents are going to buy you some piece of crap something, and it's going to be like age not appropriate. It's going to be like when you were 2 years old and you're 13, and you're like, why would you get me this? And the point is that our response, we're in control of. And I was teaching them to have gratitude and to have a positive response. And the really funny thing is that we, as a joke, gave our daughter a can opener for Christmas. And she was like, "This is so cool. I can open so many cans." And we laughed and we're like, "No, that's not really your gift. Here's your gift." And it was something really amazing and wonderful. But I was so proud of her. And this is like 10 years after we've been practicing this activity a couple times for several Christmases. Anyway, so this is retraining. So you are programming your brain to look for the good, because there is such a cool thing that happens in your brain when you have negativity and positivity. So you have gratitude and negativity. Gratitude will always snuff out that negativity if you are intentional about it. And the other way will happen too is negativity will snuff out your gratitude if you are not intentional. It's like you're driving in a truck and you have a radio station and you're turning that radio station, one of those old trucks FM radios, and you're turning it to try to get the right station in, and you got two stations that are really close to each other. You can't listen to both at the same time. You either get one really clear or the other really clear, but you cannot get both at the same time. And so we're going to tune our radio station into the gratitude. We're going to set ourselves, our whole nervous system, into the state of, I am grateful. I'm grateful for the situation because it's teaching me how to problem solve. I'm grateful for the situation because it's going to make me stronger. I'm grateful for the situation because it's causing me to set boundaries. There is something that you can be grateful for. And then A is accountability, because no matter what, no matter whose fault the situation is, you can always take some accountability. That person was mean to me. I wasn't clear about my boundaries. That person said something that I didn't like. I gave them a bad response. Or maybe I set it up so that they said that thing that they said. It's not my responsibility for them. Their behavior is their responsibility. I am not responsible. I do not get to control them, but I get to control me. And how can I control myself if I can't take responsibility? And that is very, very important. I have to take accountability. I have to look inside and go, what is something that I need to learn from this? What am I going to take from this and move forward and grow from it and become a better person? And if you do those two things, you do gratitude and accountability before you respond, I promise you, you're going to be proud of yourself. I promise you, your life is going to get better. I promise you that what's going to happen is inside, you're going to become the person that you are proud of, the person that you want to be. You're going to grow into that person, and it's going to be good. And I'm just so proud of you for listening. If you got it this far, you're going to be a better version of yourself, and I'm really, really grateful that I got to be a part of that. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if this is helpful. I'm so glad that I have learned these lessons, that I have become the person that I am today, and I hope that I can reach back and help somebody else out of that darkness, because I was that person, and I am changed.